Good morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Thursday, May 1st, 2014. There are traditional May Day celebrations and demonstrations going on across Europe and as far east as Istanbul. Thus far, none of them have turned violent. We've begun to get some answers as to what the shareholders of Aspen Specialty Insurance in Bermuda might be thinking about the takeover attempt by John Chalmers' Endurance Specialty Re. It seems that about 20 to 30% of the shareholders withheld eligible votes for the re-election of Aspen board members. This is highly unusual. Typically, the number of votes that are withheld in any Bermuda insurer election is in the 0.5% range. And it might be significant that one of the board members whose votes are being withheld is in fact Chris O'Kane, who's the current CEO. Approximately 20% of shareholder potential votes were withheld for his re-election. This could be a signal to the shareholders from the investors that there might be keen interest in having them accept the Endurance bid. It's unknown yet, and the official position of the board has not been released yet. There was a gas explosion at the Escambia County Jail in Pensacola, Florida last night. This is in the Florida Panhandle. It's a little bit to the west of the state. In fact, it's in the Central Time Zone. Apparently, the building partially collapsed. There were about 150 inmates in the building. 2 of them were killed. There was extraordinarily heavy rain in the area yesterday. It's not known whether or not the gas explosion was connected to the drenching rains. London-listed reinsurer Lancashire Re said that they're going to see a 27% drop in profit in their first quarter results. They're still going to come in with about $57.5 million in profit. Analysts had been expecting a profit of $60 million. The decline reflects a $10 million deterioration of a prior year claim, including the late notification of one 2013 accident year energy loss. Keep in mind that this is Richard Brindle's company, who's recently announced that he's leaving. The company has handed back about $1.7 billion to investors since it launched in late 2005. The current chief financial officer said that they're planning to hand back a large proportion of earnings this year rather than write more business at a time when intense competition is weighing on shares and prices. There was a very strong earthquake of about 6.7 on the Richter scale near New Caledonia in the South Pacific. That's a French Pacific territory. There was no tsunami. It occurred about 250 miles east-northeast of the capital of Noumea. Flights to and from Los Angeles International yesterday, LAX, were grounded for more than an hour due to a computer failure. Apparently there was a full ground stop that was put in effect at LAX, as well as planes that were flying to Los Angeles. A number of planes that were close to the LA area were diverted to other airports in Los Angeles. Dozens of other planes that were further away had to land in Phoenix, Las Vegas, and Salt Lake City. About 27 flights in total were canceled and over 200 were delayed. One reinsurer that's handing back a lot of money to shareholders is Munich Re. They've just approved yesterday a 1.25 billion euro shareholder dividend. The total now that's been returned to shareholders since 2006 over the past 8 years will now come to around 16 billion euros. That's quite a bit of money. Nicholas von Baumhard, the CEO, predicts that the company is going to see a 900 million euro profit for Q1 and is well on track to reach its $3 billion profit target for 2014. He did note the effects of keener competition in renewals, most recently seen at the beginning of April. He said, quote, "We cannot completely detach ourselves from this trend." So they've got their eyes on that as well. There was another derailment and explosion of a crude oil train in the United States. This one occurred in Lynchburg, Virginia yesterday, a very large explosion. Nobody was killed, fortunately. The downtown area of Lynchburg, Virginia has been evacuated. 4 cars went off the tracks at about 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon. This was a 12-car tanker train that was moving through Virginia. Ukraine's acting president admitted last night that his government in Kiev does not have control over the eastern part of the country. Pro-Russian militants have seized government buildings in a number of cities there. The acting president, whose name is Alexander Tuchnev, said that the police were incapable of reasserting control in the region and that the armed forces of the Ukraine remain on full alert for a Russian invasion. The Reinsurance Association of America has elected Tad Montross of Gen Re as its president and chief executive officer. They've also named Henry Klecan from SCORE to be the vice chairman. Both Tad and Henry are friends of ours, and we wish them well. Of course, the RAA's executive director is Frank Nutter, who is also a friend of ours. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.